Hello everyone, welcome to fucking Whack Comics. I'm here with Mark from Legion of Comics for 10 Whack questions. How you going, Mark?
I'm going well. How are you going, Lee?
I'm going all right. I reckon before we start our questions, let's have a fucking hit of a vape together here.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice and cloudy. Let's get the shit rolling. Question number one, for people who do not know you, Mark, who the fuck are you?
I am Mark from Legion of Comics.
Is that it?
Do I need more?
It's up to you.
Sure. I'm a second generation comic book collector who started a YouTube channel because I wanted to connect with other people that enjoy comic book and nerd culture as well. I've held the YouTube channel for almost 3 years now, and this has been probably one of the best decisions in my geek life to do it. And yeah, just have fun reading comics.
We started around the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, I think y'all got about 2 months ahead of me. Y'all were July.
July, yeah.
That's the only reason why I remember that is because I've talked to y'all about that. And y'all were intro cool in like my first 1,000 subscribers and getting the channel started and literally staying up that morning with me and like going through the monetization process and helping me create the emojis for the channel members. And
yeah,
because I still don't know how to do that kind of shit.
And you've flown past us, man. You're fucking flying, coming up to 3,000 subscribers already. Fucking, you've been putting in the hard work, though, man. Proud of you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just keep finding other fun ways to express my fandom, and it pays off. It pays off.
So you've been reading comics for a very long time. So question number two, what was the first comic book that you read that you hated so much you wanted to destroy it?
I'll be honest with you. I can't remember the first comic I ever read. I was too young to even know it, kind of thing.
No, that you hated.
But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. And I can't even remember the first comic I read that I hated. And I don't think I really hated a single comic book that I read until kind of recent years.
Yeah.
Like in true story, I pretty much either thought it was okay or good. I don't think I ever read a comic like that was shit until modern times.
Do you remember what it was?
I'm just going to go with a modern one. That most recent Hulk run was probably the most god awful comic I've ever read.
Shout out to Donny Cates.
For me, when it comes to comic books, I just read, and if I start to hit something I'm not feeling it, I just put it down. I don't really drag myself through the shit, but I did with that because I'm not going to not pick up Hulk because I'm completionist with the run, so I was forced to get drugged through the shit on that one. Hated it.
Did it get any better when Ryan Utley took over writing?
In all fairness, Ryan Utley wrote the single worst written comic book that's ever existed when he took over with that first.
No way.
But what's crazy is the next two issues that followed that were the two best issues out of the run, bar none. And then the finale was a finale, just rushed to the conclusion. But, kudos to him. After that first issue he did, the only place you could go was up, though. I'm like, what is happening?
Question number three. In your opinion, what comic book character has the most takeable penis and why?
Hulk. Because you got options, right? Like depending on your mood, you get you take it how you want it.
Yeah, you could take the Bruce penis, which
you could take the Savage dick. You could take that Immortal dick. You could take that Professor dick.
Yeah, the Joe Fixit dick.
Yeah, you could Joe Fixit dick.
Question number four: if you could date anyone in the comic book community, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Probably Nick, though. You've seen his arms, right?
Oh,
I just want to be held in them.
Nick's the sexy motherfucker.
He is, despite the finger situation.
Yeah, I reckon that adds more excitement, to be honest.
Yeah, it really depends on how you use it, right?
Yeah. Have you seen how he crosses his fingers? Wow.
One over the other.
Question number five. What Pokemon do you think Rob Fatstacks of comics would be?
The turtle with the cannons on his shoulders. Yeah.
Ah, the Blastoise.
I don't know.
That's the evolution of Squirtle. Squirtle, Wartortle, then Blastoise.
I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry.
With Berserker coming to an end, Keanu Reeves is looking for a new writing job. So if he were to write for the big two publishers, Marvel or DC, what comic book character do you think he should write?
That's actually a tough one. because that Berserker book really was shit, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah.
Um,
First issue was great. I'll give it that.
yeah, I think the premise was really good. Like I think it lost the plot halfway through though, trying to go too big too fast. But I don't know, man. I think Keanu like legit has like if he's not writing it, maybe he's just like concepting it. I'd like to see what he could do with like some New God shit because you have a lot of characters to rock with over there, and B was kind of a god in his own right. It'd be kind of interesting to see what he could do with characters that already have built-in lore because he gave us some really cool action sequences and some shit like that in Berserker. So give him a character that already has built-in lore that he's not on the hook for and just see what kind of action story he can bring up with some new gods.
So you reckon he needs Matt Kent to come with him and actually write it after he gives the idea of a guy going berserker in a field?
I don't know. I don't know how much Keanu had to do with it or what Matt Kent had to do with it. I think the premise was too big for the pages.
Question number 7. Last year, I was campaigning pretty hard for a Killaroo Does It Poo coloring book for Kickstarter. With that in mind, what comic book character would you like to see a Does It Poo coloring book of, and what artist would you like to see draw it?
You said a coloring book?
Yeah, so a comic book character pooing, and it's a coloring book.
So any comic book character?
Any comic book character.
I think an Aquaman comic book coloring book. Yeah, because like it just made me think. Just thinking about colorful comic characters, a mind went to the Aquaman movie and how vibrant and colorful that whole damn thing was. That'd be a good one.
You get could do poos underwater and poos on land. Nice. What artist do you think would do a good job of that?
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee. That would be some good poos.
Or Dan Mora. I think that would be an even better one. Dan Mora.
Question number 8. What made you want to call your YouTube channel Legion of Comics, excuse me. And couldn't you think of anything better?
No, and answer it reverse there. Definitely no. There's nothing better to come up with. I'm a big fan of DC Comics. They've got the Legion of Doom, the Legion of Superheroes. The whole premise behind my channel was to have like a channel where it's like open to the community to come and enjoy on not just comic books, but the discussion itself kind of thing. And I wanted it to feel like a very inclusive place where nobody's shot down no matter how stupid the shit they say is. I want them to feel like they can say it so it can be challenged. And people could come and challenge me on my own thoughts as well. I wanted everyone to feel like they were a part of. There really was no better name.
# We Are Legion.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's thanks to DC, or we can blame DC.
Yes.
Question number 9. In one word, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Spelunking.
Spelunking? What is that word?
It means cave diving, but it has nothing to do with my favorite childhood memory. But it's a good word.
Question number 10. Could you please show us, me and everyone watching, how you, Mark, would whack a comic book?
All right, you're here just in time. I need you to take this and rip it up. Pull.
I'm pulling out. What am I doing?
Here you go. Get this one. Get it.
Why are we ripping it?
Because it's fun. Get this one.
It's fun ripping.
Good job.
It's
Look
fun
there.
ripping, isn't it?
That's Lee. He wanted to see how we can rip up a comic book. You see Lee right there? Show him.
Hello.
Show him. Pull. Good job. All right, you want to go put him in the trash?
What's the worst stuff?
You want to do one more? Let's get the cover.
What's the worst stuff?
This is the last one. All right, show him.
That's amazing.
Put it up.
All right.
So you get your kids to whack your comics for you. That's good.
It's fun
We have the whole family involved.
I'll let her handle my lightweight.
Nice. That was the 10 whack questions. Next, we've got 10 this or that questions. Okay, but feel free to answer them however you want and elaborate if you choose to do so.
Okay.
Who sucks more, Joe Biden or Tyler?
Tyler by default.
Okay, so you voted for Joe Biden. That's good.
Voted for Tyler.
Who's the better artist, Ethan Van Sciver or Rob Liefeld?
Ethan Van Shiver.
Um,
His
what would
Green
you,
Lantern run is undeniable. No matter how crazy he is, that Green Lantern run is undeniable.
what would you rather eat? A comic book pizza or a comic book pie? I've made them both, by the way. So I could
Comic
make
book pizza for sure.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
Backstreet Boys.
Britney Spears or Christine Aguilera.
Britney Spears. Can't deny that crazy.
Nas or Biggie.
Nas, just to piss DJ off.
Oh, there we go. Fuck, we're trying to piss off DJ. Fuck you, DJ. Jar Jar Binks or Baby Yoda.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yes, Jar Jar for life.
Yeah, it's part of my childhood.
Who is the better YouTuber, Remy Q Studios or actual Dracula?
Remy Q, baby.
Remy Q. So you don't like actual
I
Dracula?
love actual Dracula, but Remy Q always by default.
Who's the better Simon, Simple Simon or Mad Spoity?
Mad Spoity.
Mad Spoity. Yeah,
Mad Spoity.
He's a good Simon.
He is a good Simon. He's the best
the-
Simon.
Then the last question here, and I don't know if I should ask it to you while your kid's sitting next year. Just,
She's here. Go for it.
Dick cheese or toe jam?
Dick cheese if it's my own.
Of course, it's your own.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Mark, for coming on 10 Whack Questions. I can't thank you enough. Who would you like to see come on 10 Whack Questions next?
Freaky Louie.
I already had Freaky Louie. You have to think of someone else.
DJ Links.
I already had DJ Links. You have to think of someone else.
Comic Journey.
I already had Comic Journey. You have to think of someone else.
Rob's Fat Sacks.
I already had Rob Fastsex Comics. You have to think of someone else.
TM Nerdy.
I already had TM. You have to think of someone else.
I think you pretty much had everybody then, right? Oh, I got one. Nick's Kicks and Comics.
I already had Nick's Kicks and Comics. You have to think of someone else.
Oh, man. How about Geek Out with Roscoe?
I already had Geek Out with Roscoe. You have to think of someone else.
Holy shit. Let's see. Is there even anybody else left? Collecting with Durs.
That's one I haven't got yet.
That
Good
would
job.
be the one. Durs is the man.
I knew we could get there. Thank you so much, Legion, and thank you everyone for watching.
Ignacio, he's an artist and a whore. You pay him enough, there's nothing he won't draw. Ignacio, Ignacio.
Mark, I have to be honest, this is quite an interesting prompt for an interesting choice of artist, you know? Jim Lee is always inspiring. So I gather if someday I see Jim Lee drawing someone take a book, I will immediately want to either draw, because he inspires me to draw every time, or take a shit, because he inspires me every time. So I might want to draw while shitting, or maybe draw with my shit.
Fuck it up. I want to see that now.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Ignacio, he's an artist and a whore. You pay him enough, there's nothing he won't draw. Ignacio, Ignacio.